Music is an art form defined by cultural activity whose medium sound is organized in time. Okay, gotta slow down. In general, definitions of music will include common elements such as pitch, rhythm, and the sound qualities of timbre and texture. So all of these make up the basic components of music and how you define it. I'm sure not all of you have heard this, but if some of you who know the Flight of the Wasp, the music, do any of you know the Flight of the Wasp? That's music. No. So So that's type of music that is very 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 fast, and the pitch is very goes from very high to like about a medium to medium pitch. Please get off your phone.
No, this is timer.
Okay. In its most general form, the activities describing music as an art form or cultural activity include the creation or works of music and songs, tunes, symphonies, and so on and so forth. We do not have time to name all of them. And the criticism of music, the study of the history of music, which is what we're going to be doing today, at least the general portion, because music has been around for over thousands of years, and to explain all of it would take at least 30 minutes, even if it was condensed. So the aesthetic examination of music came from the early ancient Greek and Indian philosophers. Define music as tones ordered horizontally, which is basically sheets of music and the composed music as you see today, like the notes, the half notes, the quarter notes, the whole notes, all the type of notes. I don't know any other notes, but and they called them as harmonies. So they weren't notes; they were just harmonies. That's what they called them. So common sayings such as the harmony of the spheres and it is music to my ears point to the notion that music is often ordered and pleasant to listen to, mainly because it creates a general happiness in our minds. It stimulates that adrenaline like it did for me today, and that's why I'm so excited about this topic, because really music does make you happy. Do any of you know any famous music artists?
Ariana Grande.
Yes. Anybody
BTS.
else? What?
BTS, you're picking K-pop now?
Taylor Swift.
Oh yes. Okay. So these artists. These artists all adapted through music, and of course we already know that, but to look generally into it and how did we get here, as I mentioned before, we're gonna have to go even further back. Okay, so John Cage, a 20th century composer, went by this old saying that their music is not there's no noise in music, only sound. So music, you can't define it as noise, it can only be as sound. And when you say your neighbor's making a lot of noise, you're basically saying your neighbor's making a lot of sound. So you can see generally how that could be used as a compliment in a certain instance. Of course, we all know that people who are deaf or hard of hearing cannot listen to music, which is very, very unfortunate, because music really uplifts one's soul, whether it's sad or happy music, and whatever type of music it is, it really does push deep into the soul of everybody. Like, it motivates us, it feels us in a way, well, I'm just repeating things now, but in a way, music can help us. So music can be divided into genres, aka country music, and it can also be divided into subgenres, so not just country music, rock, pop, jazz, electronic music, which is a new form that was developed in the late 21st century. What?
Metal.
Metal music.
Mm-hmm.
And what?
Blues.
And the blues, yes. So some of those music was already developed in the 20th century. Other could be developed during this 21st century. So what is unique about music? So, in many cultures, music is an important part of people's way of life, as it plays a key role in religious rites of passages, ceremonies, graduation, and marriages. Like I just graduated the last summer, which nobody cares about. Okay, let's move on. Social activities such as dancing, and which I'm not here to brag, but I think I'm a pretty good dancer. And cultural activities ranging from amateur, okay, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. Karaoke, is it? Karaoke. Okay. Singing to playing in an amateur funk band, which nobody in this room has any idea about. Or just singing in the community choir, which is what people are doing all the way up there in the second floor. So yeah, people like to make music as a hobby, like a team playing a cello or a youth orchestra, and maybe a professional musician or singer can make money off of singing. So why? Music is composed and performed for many purposes, ranging from aesthetic pleasure, religious, or ceremonial purposes. And really, music has evolved and changed throughout the years, and my speech only has presented a small portion of what has been thousands of years of history of what music has created and has implemented and changed the way our history works. And even though there's still much discussed about music, this was a basic synopsis of music. Thank you.